Very good evening, students. This is Dr. Sangeeta on behalf of Zutech channel. Today we're going to take a topic on digestive disorders. Digestive disorders. So in our daily life, at some point in our life, every one of us felt some irritation or discomfort in our stomach due to various reasons. So this discomfort or irritation, you call it as digestive disorders. So this digestive disorders could be defined as a disorder which would affect the process of digestion. Can you understand? So these disorders, they could be defined as a disorder. Digestive disorders could be defined as disorders which will affect the process of digestion. Now we'll see what are all the types of digestive disorders. What are all the types of digestive disorders? First one will be indigestion, constipation, vomiting, gallstones, liver cirrhosis, appendix, peptic ulcer. Indigestion, constipation, vomiting, gallstones, liver cirrhosis, appendix, peptic ulcer, diarrhea, obese. So these are the types of digestive disorders. We will see one by one. What is indigestion? How this is caused? So indigestion, you can say it is usually caused by the stomach acid which is coming into contact with the mucosa of the digestive system. So it is usually caused by the stomach acid coming into the contact with the mucosa of the digestive system. So the stomach acid, it is breaking down the mucosa, causing irritation and inflammation which will trigger the symptoms of indigestion. So this may be due to inadequate enzyme secretion, anxiety, food poisoning, overeating and spicy food. So these may be due to the inadequate enzyme secretion, anxiety, food poisoning, overeating and spicy food. So what will be the symptoms of this indigestion? You will be having the symptoms. The symptoms of indigestion, actually you'll have some bloating, that is fullness of the stomach. Fullness of the, it will always be having a sensation of something, stomach is being filled. Fullness of the stomach, you call it as bloating, and this is nausea, you call it as. Nausea, you have the sensation of vomiting and burping. What is burping? Burping is excessive air in the stomach or upper intestine which is released from the mouth. That is called as burping. Alright. So indigestion, you know what is the cause of indigestion and what are the symptoms. Okay, now we'll see about constipation. What is constipation? So this constipation, in this condition, what is happening? The fecus, it is retained within the rectum because of the irregular bowel movement. Actually, adults should defecate 3 to 4 times a day. So in this condition, what is happening? The fecus are retained within the rectum because of irregular bowel movement. A person is considered to be constipated if he or she has got fewer than 3 bowel movements in a week. So adults should defecate 3 to 4 times a day. But here in the case of constipation, what is happening? The bowel movements will be like fewer than 3 bowel movements only in a week. So after this point, what is happening? The stool becomes hardened and become very difficult or even painful to pass. So this causes of constipation or what? The cause of constipation or lack of fiber in the diet and use of certain drugs and not taking enough water. So that is the main cause for constipation. You have to take not taking enough water. That will be the main cause for constipation. Not taking enough water. So constipation is also over, and one more disorder is jaundice. Okay, so indigestion we have studied about the causes for the constipation, and the third one we'll talk about vomiting. How does this occur? It is a reverse peristalsis. So it is a reverse peristalsis. Harmful substances and contaminated food from the stomach, they are ejected through the mouth. So this action is controlled by the vomit center, which is located in the medulla oblongata. Which is located on the medulla oblongata. Feeling of nausea precedes your vomiting. So vomiting it is a reverse peristalsis. Harmful substances and contaminated food from the stomach, they are ejected through the mouth. So this action is controlled by the vomit center, which is located in the medulla oblongata, and feeling of nausea, it precedes vomiting. Okay, now we'll talk about the next disorder, the gallstones. So gallstones. What are gallstones? So if there is any alteration in the composition of the bile, it can cause the formation of stones in the gallbladder. So the stones, they are mostly formed in a crystallized cholesterol in the bile. So what is happening is, this gallstone, they will cause the obstruction. They will cause the obstruction in the duct, cystic duct, hepatic duct, and also hepatopancreatic duct, causing pain or jaundice, causing a pain, jaundice, and liver cirrhosis. So this liver, what are the symptoms of this liver cirrhosis is, the chronic disease of liver results in the degeneration and destruction of the liver cells, resulting in abnormal blood vessel and the bile duct, leading to the formation of fibrosis. Fibrosis, now you call it as it is atti, Tamil it is called as fibrosis. So the chronic disease of liver results in degeneration and destruction of the liver cells. அப்படியே தமிழ்ல என்ன சொல்லலாம்னா, கல்லீரல் சிதைவு நோய் என்று சொல்லுவோம். The liver cirrhosisனா கல்லீரல் சிதைவு நோய். நீண்ட கால கல்லீரல் நோய்கள் கல்லீரல் செல்களை பாதித்து சிதைத்து விடுவதால் கல்லீரல் சிதைவு நோய் தோன்றுகின்றது. இதுதான் call it as liver cirrhosis. So it is caused why? It is all caused due to infection, consumption of poison, malnutrition, and consumption of alcoholism. So இதெல்லாமே வந்து this one of the reason for this liver cirrhosis. இதனால என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா இந்த வயிற்றோட இரத்த குழல்கள் மற்றும் இந்த பித்த நாள்களில் நாளழி கட்டிகள் தோன்றுகின்றன. So next disorder will be talking about appendicitis. So appendicitis means it is the inflammation of the vermiform appendix leading to severe abdominal pain. You have a pain in your abdomen. So that is appendicitis. So it is the inflammation of the vermiform appendix leading to severe abdominal pain. So if there is a delay in the surgery, the appendix will happen, it will rupture and result in the infection of the abdomen called as peritonitis. So when you have been diagnosed with this, the immediate surgery should be done, or otherwise the appendix will rupture and results in infection of the abdomen, which will cause peritonitis. Okay, and next disorder will be seeing about the peptic ulcer. So the peptic ulcer, it refers to the eroded area of the tissue lining, that is the mucosa in the stomach or duodenum. So duodenum ulcer occur in people in the age group of 25 to 40 years, and this gastric ulcer will occur in the age between 50 years. So this ulcers is mostly due to the infection caused by some bacteria. You call it as Helicobacter pylori. So this ulcer is mostly due to the infections caused by the bacterium Helicobacter pylori. So it may be caused because it may be caused due to uncontrolled usage of aspirins. So consuming this type of drugs, it may lead to ulcers. Okay, the ulcer may be caused due to smoking, alcohol consumption, caffeine, and due to some psychological stresses also, the ulcer may be caused. Okay, so the ulcers may be caused due to smoking, alcohol consumption, caffeine, and psychological stress. Hope you understood. And we'll talk about the other disorder, which is diarrhea. So diarrhea is the most common gastrointestinal disorder worldwide. So it is a common gastrointestinal disorder worldwide. It is sometimes caused by bacteria or viral infections through food or water. Okay, through food or water. So when the colon is infected, when the colon is getting infected, that is the large intestine, its colon is getting infected, the lining of the intestine is damaged by the pathogens, thereby the colon is unable to absorb the fluid. So this abnormal frequency of bowel movement and increased liquidity of the fecal discharge is known as diarrhea. So dehydration occurs when the condition is not treated. Medical attention is necessary. If not, the dehydration will occur. The condition should be treated very early, as soon as possible. So the treatment, what they'll give us, oral hydration therapy. They'll drinking plenty of fluids. That is the treatment for the person who is suffering from diarrhea. Then the next digestive disorder, we'll talk about obesity. So obesity is caused due to the storage of excess of body fat in the adipose tissues. So you have the excess of storage of excess of body fat in the adipose tissue. So it may cause, it may induce hypertension, that is high BP, atherosclerotic heart disease. Atherosclerotic heart disease na enna, it is the building up of the fats, cholesterol and other substances in and on the artery walls. So that is atherosclerotic heart disease and diabetes. So this obesity may be genetic or due to the excess intake of food, endocrine and metabolic disorders. So these may be due to genetic factors or due to the excessive taking of food and some endocrine problems, and due to some metabolic disorders also this obesity will be caused. Okay, so this degree of obesity is assessed by the body mass index. We call it as BMI, body mass index. So this body mass index, if you take the normal body mass index range for adult is 19 to 25. Above 25 is considered to be obese. So it should be between 19 to 25. If it is like above 25, you'll be considered as an obese person. Alright. Okay. And next digestive disorder, we'll be talking about jaundice. This is a condition in which the liver is affected. So it's a condition in which the liver is affected, and this defective liver, what is happening? It fails to break down the hemoglobin and to remove the bile pigments from the blood. So it is a condition in which the liver is getting affected, and this defecting liver, it is becoming failed to break down the hemoglobin and to remove the bile pigments from the blood. So this deposition of these pigments changes the color of the eye and your skin into yellow tinge. You have a yellow tinge in your eyes, or in the entire body also you can see the yellow coloration. Sometimes jaundice is caused due to the hepatitis viral infections. So I hope you understood the digestive disorders and all the symptoms of each disorder. I hope you are clear with the content. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel and don't forget to hit the bell button. And I'm really very sorry, I should have uploaded yesterday. Due to some technical difficulties I wasn't. So I've uploaded today. Please watch. Thank you.